So I know I only have one MLB video out, and that was when I was talking about when my Mariners got kicked out of the playoffs because I'm a big Mariners fan, and that was, tough to take in. But I don't really have a lot of baseball videos on this channel, and I kind of just wanted to talk about how bad this American League is. What's up, guys? Newsome Premier here, back with another video. Today, I kind of wanted to talk about the dynamic of the MLB, more specifically the American League. Obviously, the National League is the other league, and that's actually a pretty good league. A lot of the teams in that league are pretty good, and the thing is, I just wanted to talk about this American League because it's not good. It's really not good. So let's start off, right? Let's talk about the American League West. And before I continue, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button and like the video if you guys want to see more baseball videos like this. When we look at this American League West, right? Let's talk about my Mariners first. Let's get us out of the way. Look, people gotta chill out on the Mariners. I understand we're not a great franchise and we're not playing great right now, but you gotta understand we're treading water. And people have to realize as well that we have had injuries. Brendan Donovan, we had missed Cal Raleigh, although he wasn't, necessarily great before. He's still a household name. Julio Rodriguez just got hurt last night after, getting the sweep on the Angels, Lord willingly. And we have also had disappointing play from some of the people that we were expecting to be really good. For example, Josh Naylor hasn't been a great player this season. Cal Raleigh has been such a disappointment. However, we have gotten some really good performances from Dominic Canzone, Randy Arozarena, Luke Raley. J.P. Crawford is still, been getting on base for the Mariners. And the pitching staff, Bryce Miller has been incredible. Almost threw a no-hitter throughout his entire outing. If it wasn't for the most, some of the most, just lucky bloopers on planet Earth, he would have thrown a no-hitter, and he has been incredible. If he, had some more starts to his name, he would be in that All-Star game. Logan Gilbert has been a really solid pitcher for us. So, although we haven't been playing great baseball, I think we are easily, not even close, the best team in this division and arguably the top 3 team in the American League, to be honest. Although there is another team that I will be talking about in a minute that has been playing better than us. When we look at the Astros, very disappointing team. Look, I understand Yordan Alvarez has been hitting. We love players, or not we, because I don't like the Astros, but, Christian Walker, Jeremy Pena. This team can hit. The pitching is not good. Tetsuya Imai. They missed Hunter Brown earlier on in the season. They obviously got rid of Framber Valdez in the offseason. And honestly, I just don't feel like this Astros team is playoff bound. When we look at the Rangers, tied at first place with the M's, this team is not good. Look, I understand they're playing decent ball right now because they've been under 500 for the longest time. But this team is just not capable of beating a team like New York or even Seattle or Tampa Bay. I don't think this team is great. They're one of the better teams in the AL, but that just speaks for how bad this, American League is. The Angels are terrible. I don't even want to talk about them. Yes, I think they won 6 out of 8 before coming to Seattle, but this team isn't good. I mean, Mike Trout's good. Joe Adell's good. I like Zach Neto, but no more Taylor Ward. The pitching has actually been pretty solid for this team. Ode Soriano is a really good pitcher in this league. And I also like Walbert Arena, but this team isn't doing anything. They're well over, below 500. And they're just, really, really far back in the division. Well over 500. Well over below 500. So, not a great team. And Look, the Athletics, they have been dealing with injuries. Brent Rooker, I think, is going to be out for the rest of the year. Jacob Wilson, I believe, and if I'm not mistaken, Tyler Soderstrom injury. So the A's, I really like the roster. I really like the lineup, but they have too many injuries, and the pitching's just not good enough. Let's check out the American League East. Oh man. Starting off with the Rays, this team has been very solid. Junior Caminero, Yandy Diaz, easily the two best players on this team. And, I am a big fan of I don't know why he's not coming to me. Drew Rasmussen. I'm a really fan of Drew Rasmussen, but, those are pretty much like the best, players on the team from that regard. I like Jonathan Aranda too, but when you look at this Rays team, I don't think are the most organic championship contender, but this is a really good team, and for them to be winning the AL East when a lot of people, including myself, had them being last in this division, I'm very happy for them. The Yankees, bro, I understand they have 27 championships, but call a spade a spade. Aaron Boone isn't a great coach or isn't a great manager, honestly, for being just brutally honest. I mean, this team has always been going through these ruts around the summertime. Yes, they've hit a massive injury bug, but a 70-game losing streak is just inexcusable. I understand it's the injuries, but they always go through this every June, so I don't even think it's just because of, the injuries for this squad. And look, this team is phenomenal, don't get me wrong, and they're going to easily be in the playoff race, but, they're going to be missing Aaron Judge until August, but I just feel like they're not playing great ball right now, and when they get out of it, they'll be fine, but just right now, they have not been playing great baseball. 100% honest of that. Orioles, Blue Jays, and Red Sox, 3 total disappointments. Blue Jays, I couldn't see be a one-season wonder. I wouldn't have expected them to make it to the World Series once again. I didn't expect it last year either. The Red Sox are a massive disappointment. I just loved, the pitchers that they bought in. I'm a big fan of Sonny Gray. I believe he's been hurt at some point of this season. I like Ranger Suarez, former Philadelphia Philly. And Garrett Crochet was elite last season. Has not been great this season now. The lineup, though, has been not been good at all. Trevor Story's just not that great of a hitter. I like Jarren Duran. He was great. He was phenomenal 2 years ago in 2024. But just not up to that level anymore. Roman Anthony hasn't been great, and Red Sox team is a complete disappointment, and the fact that they are at the bottom of this division is extremely, extremely frustrating for Boston fans, I'm pretty sure. And lastly, the American League Central, the White Sox. This team was the team I was talking about that is definitely playing better than the Mariners right now. I still feel like we're the better team on paper, and I feel like if both of these teams were to face off in a playoff series, I feel like the Mariners would win in 4 or 5. However, this team is phenomenal. And when I mean phenomenal, it's not like, they're a championship contender, but phenomenal in the sense that phenomenal to watch. They're very fun to watch. Fun and phenomenal team to watch, just in terms of their play style. I know Munetaka Murakami's been out, but he has been one of the best power hitters in baseball. Sam Antonacci has been just a great slap hitter. Chase Wydroff is pretty cool. Colson Montgomery had over 20 home runs last season. He's a pretty good bat. Kyle Teal's pretty good. Like, this lineup is actually pretty solid. And Davis Martin is also, I believe, in my opinion, to be the best pitcher in this staff. And Grant Taylor's a pretty good bullpen arm. Like, the White Sox have pieces here, and I feel like if they can continue to be consistent, they can win about 86 games. I feel like that is definitely a possibility. I mean, this team hasn't really fell back down yet, and I'm really happy for this White Sox team. The Guardians, I'm not crazy on, to be honest. I like J-Ram, but that's pretty much it, and they aren't really impressive, to be honest. The Twins, I mean, nothing much really to talk about with the Twins. The Royals are trash, for being really honest here. And, White Sox are cool. Not crazy on the Guardians. Not crazy on the Twins. Not crazy on the Royals. And, I just feel like the Tigers aren't good either. I know, they had Mr. Scuba for some period of time. But, I believe he's back. But, man, the Tigers just have not been good at all. And they are really, behind in this division and probably aren't making the playoffs, honestly. But, besides really the Yankees, Rays, and I'm still saying the Mariners are a really good team. They just haven't been playing like it yet. This American League has not been good this season, and NL is way better. It's just crazy how the AL just pales in comparison. But that's it for today's video, guys. I'm out. Peace.